So hey everyone, today we're gonna solving a LeetCode daily questions, that is medium level problem, that is 2483 minimum penalty shop. So in this we have given a customer a string that consists of y and characters. So we have to find out the minimum hours, earliest hours, so that we could get the minimum of penalty. What does the penalty means? Suppose if we have a closed shop and a customer of ith is yes, this yes and no are representing the y means customer is there, and no means there is not a customer. So if it is a closed shop and customer is there, then penalty increased by 1. And if open shop and there is no customer, that is n, and that is penalty will be increased by 1. So these are the two penalty cases. We have to figure it out how we can solve this string problem. So let's understand the question. These are the two conditions. Suppose we have a shop that is not open. Okay, so there will be the customer, there will be a customer, there will be no customer, and there will be a customer according to the string. So this will increase the penalty by 1. This also increase penalty by 1. This will not increase the penalty, and this will increase the penalty of 1. So total penalty we will be getting is 3. Now now we will see string by string to the length by length, okay, and character by character and the customer string. So suppose we have a y and y. Suppose this is all closed. Now shop closed at this point, okay. This means this customer has already attended the shop, but these are not. So this will increase the penalty by 1. This will does not include or any increment will be done in the penalty, and this will also increase the penalty by 1. This will increase since this has already attended, so we can conclude at 0, or we will not involved in the penalty cases, right? So we get penalty of 2, right? Now again we will move on to the next character, so that is y and y. We will see this open and this open. Here in these cases the shop is open. Now we will check for these two. This penalty does not include anything. This penalty will be increased by 1. Since shop was closed, there will be no penalty for the no customer, but there will be penalty if there is a customer and the shop is closed. So penalty will be increased. Penalty will be 1 here. Okay. Now for the last case, we will see y and y. If in these three cases the shop was open, but this for this customer the shop was closed, so this will increase the penalty by 1, and this will have no effect. So penalty will equals to 1, right? But now there is one of our cases. For suppose we have opened for all these customers. So for this customer, since that there is a negative and the shop was open, see open and shop, there was no customer, so this will include the penalty, right? So this will increase penalty by 1 also. There's also the penalty will be 2. Okay. Now for this customer, if this or shop was open for all the customers, this negative person will include the penalty of 1. So this will be a penalty. So how we gonna solve this problem? We will see a customer of string first y and y, and let's say, so what will be our approach? So this will be our approach. So penalty, we will let a variable that is penalty equal to 0, and we will check for all the cases, like if all shop are closed, or for all closed, then it will be a maximum of y and y. This will be plus 1 1 1 plus 1 plus 1. So penalty will be, this will be the maximum penalty till then of that is 3. Okay. So that we will introduce a separate variable like int minimum penalty for testing each edge cases for this window, for this window, for this window, and for this window. Okay. And we will also let a variable like best hours that will tell you which have the minimum best hours, so that we can get a minimum of penalty. We have to find the minimum of penalty. When we get the minimum penalty, we will return out the output of the best hours. Okay. So what we will do, we're gonna run a while loop, a for loop from this to customer dot size, that is n. Okay, and we will increment the I by 1 and check if the customer of I is initially y, then it will be penalty will be decreased. Why? Because we have already seen this. If this has already a customer, suppose this has, we have find out the maximum of the penalty. Now this is called a window. Okay, this will be suppose a window, and window will check if the customer is already attended, then will decrement the penalty. Now for again increase the window size, then again the decrement the penalty. So this will decrement penalty if there is a y, but there is also a catch. Else, if there is a negative value and incremented I will be checked, then this will be, we can suppose say this condition, then is also increase the penalty. So this is the condition of if. So this will be the condition of else. So if we will increase the penalty by 1 and check if the penalty, suppose this penalty we have checked, suppose we have increment the value, so we will check the penalty is minimum penalty, and if minimum penalty is less than the penalty, so we can exchange the value, like we have to swap the values. So minimum penalty equals to penalty, and we have to return out the minimum best hours which can get the minimum penalty. Since this is a minimum penalty, we will mark the best hours as I plus 1. Okay, and finally after this all result, we will return out the best hours.